Almost from ancient times, India was known as the land of kings, the land of Maharajas, the land of emperors. Well, now you can get a taste of that royal India by going to some of India's best palaces. Here are my 5 tips for the top palaces. Remember that many of these palaces have been turned into hotels, so it's not always easy to get in, and often it can be expensive. Tip number 1 has to be the Lake Palace in Udaipur. It's probably the most famous palace in India. It's a beautiful palace set in the middle of Lake Pichola. It gleams out into the night, it gleams during the day, and when you're in there, you realize why the Maharajas of Udaipur treated this as their fun place, as their pleasure palace. It's a hotel, so it's difficult to get in unless you're prepared to stay there. But hey, once in a while, we can all splash out. Because I picked a palace hotel for tip 1, I'm going to pick a palace that's accessible to everybody for tip 2. That's Amer, just outside Jaipur. It's a royal residence where the Maharajas of Jaipur used to live before the city was built. It's an incredibly royal experience because the only way you can really get up is on the back of an elephant. And don't worry, it's quite easy to do that. You go up and you see the most wonderful vistas of Jaipur, and you see the royal quarters and see how Maharajas actually lived in medieval times. Well, I've told you about a palace hotel, I've told you about a palace. So here's tip 3. It's neither of those. It's a whole royal city. The city of Fatehpur Sikri was planned by the Emperor Akbar famously as his capital. The entire court shifted from Delhi to Sikri, which is in Agra, and eventually the whole capital was abandoned. Nobody knows why. One theory is that Akbar had forgotten to provide for water. But it's still there, and if you go to Agra, I think it rivals the Taj in its beauty and its magnificence. It's the royal idea of how people should live. There's a Diwan-i-Aaam, a Diwan-i-Khas, and there are the Emperor's royal quarters. It's open to anybody. Go and see it. That's the glory of India. You know, when we talk about palace hotels, we usually mean Rajasthan, but that's not actually accurate. So for the next 2 tips, I'm going to recommend great palace hotels that are not in Rajasthan. Tip 4 is the Palace Hotel, now run by the Lalit Group in Srinagar. It's the original Palace Hotel, possibly the first Palace Hotel in the world. In the late 1950s, Maharaja Karan Singh, as he then was, gave his palace to the Oberoi Group and told them to turn it into a hotel. The Oberois ran it successfully for many years. The Lalit Group runs it as successfully now. It's very different from Rajasthani palaces because it's built differently. It's got acres and acres of grounds, a golf course even, and it's surrounded by green mountains. Go there, feel the beauty, and realize what Kashmiriyat is all about. Tip 5 is India's most unusual palace hotel. The Falaknuma Palace in Hyderabad was not the residence of the Nizams. It was built and became a guest house for foreign visitors, mainly foreign kings and emperors. Therefore, the style is part Hyderabadi and part Venetian. It's very influenced by the architect Palladio and his work, a style of architecture that you find in English country houses and is called Palladian. Go there just for the architecture, if not for anything else. I don't think there's a single building like it anywhere else in the world. It's a seamless marriage of East and of West, and of course, of the royal traditions of Hyderabad. So that's 5 amazing royal experiences and palaces for you to visit. Once you go there, write to us, tell us what you think. And in any case, keep the questions coming because you know you can ask me anything.